What is going on, friends and family? Travis here for another Tip Tuesday. I hope you guys have had a great start to your summer. And today I want to kick it off with one of my favorite influencers, authors, speakers, podcasters that is on the airways today. His name is Dr. John Delony. He's a two-time PhD, and he gives some incredible advice about a lot of different things. He worked in crisis care and emergencies and worked in colleges and all types of cool stuff. But today he works at Ramsey Solutions on the air live 3 times a week, giving incredible advice. But today we're going to talk about anxiety. Dr. John Delony had debilitating anxiety for a long time, and it took him a lot of work to figure out how to get through it himself and then how to help other people get through it. So today we're going to talk, or I'm going to share a video with you from him about creating safeness and calmness and reduce anxiety inside of the home. Now, Dr. John's teachings on anxiety is more about how to redefine anxiety. That's actually the name of his book that he released recently. And redefining anxiety is realizing that anxiety is an alarm system. It's telling our body that we should be worried for something. And you'll see him mention that sometimes that can be a good thing. Sometimes we need anxiety to get things done, to move forward, to progress, but it can be debilitating and it can cause a lot of problems if we don't get it under control. So I want you guys to listen to this next clip. I'm going to play the whole 5 minutes of this video because I want you to see how compassionate he is, how he speaks to people, and maybe you will resonate with him in the way he speaks, and you can jump onto his podcast. You can listen to his YouTube channel or whatever it is and be a part of his following, because personally, I love this guy. I think he's incredible, and I hope one day I get to go to the building where he works and get to meet him. So go ahead and enjoy this next video called Reducing Anxiety in the Home, and I'll see you at the end.
Hey, what's up? This is John Delony with Ramsey Network. Hope you're doing good, staying safe, being smart, lights out, guerrilla radio, all the things, right? So here's what we're talking about today. How to create a home, how to create a partnership that is not overrun by anxiety. And I want to mention a couple of things that I haven't talked about yet. Anxiety is not bad. It's really a good thing most of the time. It lets us know when we're disconnected. It lets us know when there are threats around the corner. It inspires us, right? You got a big test tomorrow and you get that anxiety, you're gonna study. It pushes you forward, right? You're getting married soon and you're anxious about it, like you get nervous. It inspires you, right? To go get some premarital counseling, to read some books, to have some good conversations about what kind of life we wanna build together. Anxiety is not inherently a bad thing. It's when the alarms go off too soon, too quick, all the time, and they become the focus and drivers of our life. That's when we get anxiety issues, or as the nerds call it, anxiety disorders, right? When it just takes over. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a couple of quick things that you can do to help fireproof your house. You're not going to ever do away with anxiety, and you don't want that, and I don't want that, but we can create an ecosystem where the alarms don't go off all the time. Number one, you take care of your mess. You take care of you. You can't heal anybody. You can't save anybody. You can't change anyone else's thoughts or behaviors. You can only change your own. So deal with your mess. Are you fully present? Are you always trying to solve somebody else's problems? Hey, well, you know what you should be doing is this, or, you know, if you would just stop, or, have you exercised this week? Boom, that's just gas on the fire, gas on the fire. The more you can, walk around your home on 2 firm feet, knowing that you have value, that you are loved, that you are someone who reaches out and loves other people, that you've got people in your life you can be vulnerable with, the more you help co-regulate your house, the more everybody in your house has an opportunity to get more peaceful. Number 2, make daily and weekly plans. Control what you can control. We often say, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. We're in the middle of this pandemic, right? I don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. I don't know what next month is gonna look like. We were starting to say, like, COVID's gone. It's back, dude. It's super back, right? We don't know. I can control most of today. I can control a lot of this week. And I for sure can control how I connect with my spouse, and plan for what the next couple of days are going to look like. And remember that we speak in words, but we think in pictures. And so when me and my wife sit down and I say, hey, let's have a fun weekend this weekend. And she's like, that sounds awesome. Let's put on the calendar. Fun time this weekend. Fun time for me might be getting in bed and going to sleep at 7:30 p.m. and not waking up till the next day and just letting the kids run amok upstairs. I don't care what they're doing. And fun time for her might be camping, hiking, playing frisbee with the kids out in the yard, whatever that may be. The words we used were, let's go have fun together. But our pictures were different. And so we both ended up disappointed at the end of that week. So it's important when you're connecting, when you're making plans, when you're controlling the things that you can control, that you speak and think in pictures. What is today going to look like? What is dinner going to be? How do you want after dinner to look like tonight? Do you need a crazy time, some fun, some running around? Do you need intimacy time tonight? Do you want to just chill and watch a movie? You need me to take the kids while you go for a walk? What does that look like, right? Number 3, don't give advice to an anxious person. Their prefrontal cortex is offline. The part of their brain that thinks rationally, that absorbs facts, is off. They are running on cortisol, adrenaline, and survival. They can't hear facts. They can absorb connection. They can feel your presence, your eyesight. So many of us want to treat people like broken machines and puzzles to solve. And that just furthers the gap between an anxious person and the people who love them. Choose to be with people. Don't try to solve them. Number 4, keep supporting the ecosystem. What does that mean? That sounds all academic-y and nerdy. That means this. You've got to sleep. You've got to exercise. You've got to eat as healthy as you can. You've got to hug and love your kids. You've got to turn your screens off and go outside. You cannot constantly be scrolling the news and picking partisan sides and yelling at experts, you're wrong, but you're right, or whatever the thing may be. A big part of keeping the ecosystem going is making sure the house is in order, making sure your heart and your spirit and your mind is in order. And you've got to have a firm foundation to do that. So to recap, you got to deal with your own mess. You got to make sure you believe that you're a person of value, that you're okay. Number 2, you got to make daily plans, weekly plans, and you got to think and speak in words. Number 3, don't give advice to an anxious person. Don't be over them. Don't try to fix them. Be with them. And number 4, keep feeding the ecosystem. Take care of it. Honor your bodies, honor your spirit, honor your minds. This is Dr. John Delony. Do all the internet stuff, clicks, subscribes, send to your friends and families. Here's another idea. If you think these videos are terrible, send them to people you don't like, but make sure they subscribe too. This is Dr. John Delony. Peace out. Have a good week. Take care.
So how was that? Wasn't that so simple? Wasn't it put into terms that were straightforward and easy to understand? Are these things that you think you can do for your home, for your family? Can you take care of yourself first? Can you abstain from giving someone anxiety, with giving someone advice or asking questions while they're in an anxious state? All of these things are completely doable and they make a huge difference. As a person in the transplant community, I know what it's like to have anxiety. I know what it's like to be anxious for seemingly no reason, because you may have a doctor's appointment coming up, or you may have a weird pain in your side and you think that something's going wrong. Just know that these things are normal. And if you can follow the steps that we just watched in that video, you can really help yourself and the other people around you heal and feel like they're in a safe place. Like I said earlier, his newest book, Redefining Anxiety, was a game changer for me. The book's very small. It's only about 65 pages and it's pretty big font. Quick read. It took about a day to get through, and it's fully worth I think it's $10 on their website right now. The investment is fully worth it. I also want to mention the Dr. John Delony Show is the name of his podcast, as well as the YouTube channel, and it is such an incredible listen. It's hard to explain what you get out of it, because it's both entertaining and insightful, and you learn so much about the insights of people and the inside of yourself. So I highly recommend the John Delony Show. If you guys like this video, or if you have more information, or you would like more information about Delony, please leave us a comment. Let us know below. Go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it, if you made it to the end, give us a like, or if you hated it, give us a thumbs down. Everyone has their opinion. So we want to know what yours is. Share this with your friends, share this with your family, because Dr. Delony is changing a lot of lives. So I wanted to show him to you, so maybe he can help you or the people around you. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week.